Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Beer with a Business Owner. I am your host, Jordan Lloyd, Small Business and Entrepreneurship Coordinator at GMCCI. So today, we're at a new location. You might recognize it, you might not. If not, you should. We are at the Pearl Martini Bar in Muscatine. I'm super excited to be here. I not only love this place, but I love their drinks. I love all that they are doing that's new, that's coming. I've heard some rumors about starting mimosas too. So we love it here. We love it at the Pearl. It's just another great addition to Muscatine. We will pop up a few things that they've got going on and talk about them a little later. So I'm excited for our guest too, because she's my friend. She's wonderful. She's for sure like a girl boss, if we're still using that term in 23. And yeah, so I'm super excited to bring in Autumn Schultz.
Hello.
So I'm really excited to have you on the show. So far we've had like multiple different kinds of businesses, but we obviously haven't had somebody like you who's kind of in the nutrition world. So tell everybody where you're from, what's your business, what's the deal?
So I co-own Impact Fitness and Nutrition.
Okay.
I am co-owner, I'm a fitness coach, and also I am the lead nutrition coach.
Nice.
So I work with one-on-one coaching, I do nutrition challenges, and also as of last year, started working in the corporate wellness. So adding nutrition and talks challenges within businesses in Muscatine.
Amazing. So similarly to what we're doing here, corporate wellness.
Exactly.
Getting you to drink and try martinis that the lovely Sammy Moody made at the Pearl Martini Bar, corporate wellness.
And they look delicious.
Nutrition.
Exactly.
Nutrition.
And I think that's one of the things that when people, meet me, they're like, oh, so you must not drink. False.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
And it's not like I'm, my past life compared to what I was then to now, I still enjoy it.
Right.
And you still can, even if you are living a healthy lifestyle.
Yes. Which I love.
Water.
And I love that you incorporate that into your kind of style of teaching nutrition and everything like that, is that it's not that you can't completely have all these bad things cut out, right? You can still indulge, you can still do those things you like while also maintaining a healthy lifestyle. And we will get into that. But first, as we know, on Beer with the Business Owner, even though I'm dressed a little bit more professional today, we do games. And last time when we were at Contrary, we did beer flights, tried those. We're trying martinis today. I'm excited.
I'm excited because I have not tried their martinis yet.
Okay.
So this is my first time.
So you have to.
I have to.
So you're gonna go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you go with that one. So we have the cards here that tell us what they are. We don't know what it is, so we're gonna play, guess the martini guessing game. And we've got their menu here. So you're gonna take a drink and you're gonna let me know what you think maybe it is.
I can't smell anything but whipped cream right now. How am I gonna drink
That's the best thing to smell.
That is so good.
And you just know there may be some like off menu things too. There may be some off menu items. We don't know. Sammy Moody gets creative up in here.
I think this is the birthday cake one.
You think birthday cake? Final answer? You're locked in.
I'm locked in. Where's my
Okay. And I'm gonna say this is the lemon meringue made with knee-high vodka.
Oh, is it?
And did you know that knee-high vodka is made right here in Muscatine, Iowa?
I did, and it is delicious.
It's delicious, and also I think so many of our bars and restaurants in Muscatine have done such a good job making drinks and utilizing it, and it's just even more cool that it was made in Muscatine.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh my God.
You're right!
Ding, 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 ding. 1 point for Jordan. All right, I'm gonna try this one first now. Okay, here we go.
Do you notice how I'm sniffing it? You want to know why I'm sniffing it?
The aroma. You're getting the aroma.
So my past life, I was a wine sommelier.
Oh,
so
fancy.
Yeah, I know, right? So when I lived in Savannah, I was a wine somm for a couple restaurants.
Why don't you tell the people what that is? Because I don't know what that is.
So a wine sommelier is someone that is certified in understanding the knowledge of wines.
Wow.
So when you go to a fancy restaurant and they have these beautiful collections, someone presents you the wine,
and they wear like a little towel-looking thing, apron, and they're like, "Hello."
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
That was
so
you.
like opening up the wines, talking about the like where it's from, where it's located, the types of grapes.
Love that.
That was my life.
Okay.
Beforehand. So I was in the bar industry for almost 10 years.
Wine, what is it?
Wine sommelier.
Sommelier. Mm-hmm. Sommelier.
But it looks like the Lier, so you would think it's like sommer, but it's sommelier.
Sommer.
Sommer,
She's
yeah.
a wine
A
sommer.
somm.
Cool. Give it a guess. Go.
Mine would be nerds.
Okay, nerds. I'm gonna go with the lemon berry. Oh my God, we were both wrong. I was so. Wait.
Which one is it?
Okay, I'm getting it now. But I have had the lemon berry before. I was pretty confident because
Wow,
that
that's
is
a
really
lot
good.
of pomegranate.
So it's the palm.
Aha.
Not to be confused with musky palms. We're gonna have Sammy Moody come in really quick. I need this extra. The face behind the wonderful martinis. Okay, I gotta see these. I think we're getting vibes that potentially it may be on here.
Okay. Yellow cake, citron, frangelico, sour, lemon with a lemon wedge. So I think it's yellow cake.
Me too. Yellow cake.
That is very
Nice.
good though.
Sammy Moody with the menu exit. Let me smell this because I'm a wine sommelier. Sommelier. Bah.
You're never gonna let me live that one down.
No. Oh my God, this is really good. 3,
I would say
2,
Paralicious.
1.
Or the French would be my other one.
Okay, which one? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go French. Probably so wrong.
It is. It's the French. I cheated. I'm not gonna lie. I looked. It's the French martini. That one's amazing. Okay.
That is
try this
very
one.
nice. This one.
Try it.
Hey.
Do you know what it is?
Yes.
It's a Shamrock Shake from McDonald's. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. So much better. It's so much better. It's a really good Shamrock Shake. It is a grasshopper.
The perfect.
This one's really
drink
good. I'm
for
gonna
St.
finish
Patty's
this
Days.
one. You don't get any more of this. I'm really sorry, but I'm being serious.
It is fine.
All right, listen. Enough with that. We'll drink the martinis. We'll talk.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers. Cheers. I think one of the most interesting things is that you weren't just naturally like always in athletics, into nutrition. You weren't a gym rat. You have a interesting come up story. And that's one of my favorite things to talk about on this show. And I think that we absolutely need to talk about it.
Yeah. So
let's hear it.
Growing up, I was a dancer. And so all I did was dance. I didn't go work out. I didn't go to gyms. Never stepped foot into a gym until I actually was at Impact. So basically after high school, I was just in the restaurant industry for that entire time for almost 10 years. Worked all the way up to end up being the beverage supervisor at Riverside Casino.
Okay.
And so I was in that position.
Were you a wine sommelier there?
No, I was not.
Okay.
I was just in charge of all the beer and alcohol and liquor. When I met Scott, and this is now 2018 is when I met him. I met him on the golf course.
And Scott's the other owner.
Scott
of
is
Impact.
the other owner.
We should tell the people that.
Yes, he is the other co-owner and my husband. And so when I first met him, he is a very cool guy.
Cool guy.
Total opposite of me, though.
Yeah. Kind of weird, though. Sitting right there.
Well, hi. And met him on the golf course. I was actually the beverage cart attendant.
Okay.
And so I make this joke that I married the one guy who doesn't drink on a golf course when my job was to get people to drink on a golf course.
That's
so
ironic.
I know. It just, what are the odds?
Yes.
So he was originally just a regular on Riverside Golf Course, wanted to talk more about, his opening up Impact. He was looking for a graphic designer. I'm a graphic designer by degree.
Okay.
So that's kind of how it all started, is that I was behind the scenes for the longest time.
Yeah.
When he first met me, I was a borderline alcoholic. I was a smoker who did not work out and never really stepped foot into a gym.
Yeah.
And I was not eating healthy. Like, I'm pretty sure if we're talking hydration, I went from coffee to Monsters to beer and booze. That was my life for so many years.
I'm sure your heart loved that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I was just on high alert 24/7.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, that's what my regimen was. And when I think it was more like fall 2019, Impact is going, I'm still behind the scenes. Boys golf then comes around.
Okay.
So I stepped down from Riverside Casino and became a coach. Before that, during 2019, I'd quit smoking. I gave up alcohol for Lent, and I have been now smoke-free ever since. So
How long is that?
now we're hitting 40. So it was.
That's so awesome.
And you can ask Scott down the road that I was not a happy person going through that stage.
I don't think anybody is.
No one is ever. And so I didn't come from a life of saying, I work out every single day. I, basically ate healthy 24/7 because I didn't.
Right.
And, do I still enjoy my, my alcohol, my wine? Definitely do.
Yep.
But am I making smart choices by drinking water? I'm eating healthier now. Obviously, now I've got Patrick, our 2-year-old son.
Yep.
That this has became a family business.
Yeah.
And so my story versus Scott's story, where he's been a golfer all of his life, he's been working out all of his life. We came from two opposite worlds,
Right.
and somehow here we are 4 years later.
Right.
And it still works.
Yes. Right. And I think that makes it so much more relatable, right? You're so much more likely to take advice from someone you can relate to. And I think social media has become such a thing, especially with the fitness and nutrition wave,
Yeah.
right? And in that industry, it has become such a comparing yourself to people on social media, which is in and of itself a whole nother beast, right?
Yeah.
Of I don't look like that person, so I'm not going to try to, or I'm going to give 110% and never eat fried green beans or grasshopper martini again, even though you should, because it's amazing.
And it's delicious.
Yes.
Someone wouldn't share.
I don't want to do that because I'm striving so hard to look like this person. Right.
Majority of the time, it's someone in their early 20s who don't have kids that, basically they eat the same thing every single day.
Yep.
I'm not amused by that. I love food.
Right.
My father was a sous chef for many years. I learned how to cook from him. Being in the restaurant industry, I love being able to cook and being able to have those different types of meals and be creative. So I add that in there, that you don't have to eat the same meal every single day. I find that boring. If maybe that's something you want to do, by all means, let's come up with some fun, creative meals that you can enjoy. That don't have to be bland and no flavor.
Yeah.
I don't want to live that life.
I don't either.
I don't think anyone does.
No. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Let's talk about another thing because obviously I know personally kind of your story, and I want to share it, is your kind of come up story of being in partnership with not only a wonderful athlete and golfer, Scott, but him turning him into, husband, and he kind of already had a name in the fitness industry and in the golf industry in Muscatine, and kind of how you went from there to you being the one sitting here, right? And talking about that, because I think that's where the girl boss term comes in, right? And being able to not only make a name for yourself and for you and Scott's business, but also to get involved and take advantage of what Muscatine has to offer, because I think that's a huge misconception, is that this is a small town, you have to you got to get out, or you're just going to be stuck here forever. That's not the case. You're not even originally from Muscatine.
No. So I'm originally from Iowa City, born and raised.
Okay.
And I remember growing up, I never heard good things about Muscatine. It wasn't until I moved down here that I actually got to see what the community has.
Right.
And I remember this because I've gone from Iowa City, Des Moines, Chicago, Savannah, big cities all my life. That going into a small town, I thought, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? That we would go to, for example, Hy-Vee or Boonies, and Scott would run into, half dozen people. I used to get annoyed by it. 2019, I was still, working at the casino, transitioning over to working at the, full-time at the gym. And then we found out that we were expecting. He had proposed, so we're getting ready for
all the big things.
2 big major things happening 2020.
Children, weddings.
Boom, COVID.
Love
then
it.
I was like, okay, so obviously I'm not getting out in 2020.
Right.
COVID, I'm about to have a baby, and we're getting married.
Yes.
2021, I was then still trying to adjust and adapt, and I had just opened up the nutrition program. So COVID was kind of a curse and a blessing for us.
Okay.
One, our athletes still got to do their workouts, and we were able to kind of stay open virtually for our athletes.
Right.
But that also
Which is
gave
awesome.
me the milestone of being able to train to get the nutrition program up and running by the end of the year.
Kind of that side time.
It was definitely a blessing. You know, one, I'm expecting. Two, I can just focus on this and making sure that it's ready to go. Now, I was scared out of my mind because here I am, like, making my own, literally making a baby, but two, having my own child with an impact, that I was like, can I do all of this at once? Like, is this possible? So I started, no joke, I started very small. And so 2021 was just kind of my trial and error.
She's a wine sommelier. I love that. I'm going to get a shirt for you that says that.
Please do. I don't have one yet. So I basically then just focused on just in the gym in regards to nutrition, focusing on kind of a small, basically starter pack of, hey, this is, if you're an athlete, this is what we offer. I had gotten a couple challenges under my belt, and I thought, okay, I need to do more in 2022.
Right.
So what did we do? We moved locations, we changed our name, updated our website.
You guys love big changes.
Yeah, huge changes every year. And then not only that, I said, okay, I'm getting corporate. Like, I want to bring what I can offer to corporate wellness.
Girl.
No kid, no joke. We just have that hashtag 24/7. And for me, it actually started with my love for food.
Okay.
I knew that I wanted to be a part of it. Everyone loves food.
I love food.
But I wanted to be sure that we loved food in a balanced format.
Fair.
And so we still love going out and supporting local businesses. That's our goal. That's why we put it in our name. We're fitness, nutrition, and community.
Yep.
And so that was the other thing, especially going into 2022. I said, how can I get involved more? And so that's when I became a chamber ambassador. So
I love our chamber ambassadors.
And it's amazing. It's been so much fun, and being able to meet other businesses and have these collaborations, that I knew that was the missing piece.
Yeah.
We're now in our third year, I think it's 3 years now, with Walk to End Alzheimer's, being on the leadership board committee. Scott does the sponsorships. I do the community engagement. And then we do our stuff with Salvation Army at the end of the year. Freezing for food is the big thing. And then not only that, Scott freezes his booty off for Red Kettle Fitness.
Physically freezes his booty off.
Physically freezes.
Doing burpees and stuff.
Burpees, squats, and push-ups. Yeah.
I've been the unfortunate recipient of walking out of Hy-Vee a couple times, and he's like, Jordan, and I'm like, oh no, I have to do something physical with my body besides eat fried green beans.
Or, you're technically doing something physical. You're carrying your groceries.
I went roller skating on Friday. This is such a side tangent.
That's
such a physically exerting thing. I haven't been roller skating in a long time, but I'm still sore.
I'd probably fall on my butt a few times.
Yeah, I fell once. And I'm not kidding, the entire, there was probably 10 people there, right? We went as soon as it opened on a Friday. And it was just as soon as, and it was a thud, right? Because I'm a mid-sized individual, and I'm tall, and I fell, and it was just
I was gonna say, you're a very tall person. And then
everybody was in unison, I'm not joking, ooh, and I was like, what is this? Like a viral video? Everybody just mind your own.
High school all over
right?
again.
And I was immediately I have to get up. Everything hurts so bad. It was so hard, but I was I have to get up. Anyways,
that quote,
such a sidebar.
Dying.
Yeah. Everybody hurts. Everybody cries. Honestly, the acoustics in here.
Back to what
you were talking about. Back to you, Autumn.
Hilarious. So we were talking about you carrying
groceries. Salvation Army.
Make sure that people understand that if you have a body, you're an athlete.
Yes, and I love that you guys say that.
Mobility is key.
Yep.
Obviously, strength is a benefit, but we want to make sure that you move better. We want you to, we want you to be able to move better, and we don't want you to lift like crap. So we want to make sure the mobility component is there first.
Yes.
So that's why we focus on that. That is the first strength part. We want to see how your body moves. We're going to help.
Because everybody's moves different.
Everyone does. Everyone comes from a different background, a different journey. Some people have tried to do it on their own. and they say, hey, I'm ready for that next step. The one thing that we definitely make sure, like we hear this quite often is, oh, well, I'm not there yet, so I'm gonna wait. Well, why wait?
Yeah.
We're here for we're here for you now.
Right.
We wanna help
no matter
you
where you're at in the lineup.
Yeah, no one's journey is, a straight line.
Right.
Even my nutrition athletes, no one's progress is always perfect. Perfection, just throw that out into
it's
a
not
trash
linear.
can. No, it's not a straight line.
Just keep going up the ladder.
Yeah.
You go up and down and back, and you fall off.
Continuously go up and down.
You come back. Yeah.
And it's okay. That means you're making progress.
Yep.
That means when you feel like you're going down, that means that we found something else we need to be focusing on. So that's why we create short-term goals. That's why we create long-term goals. That's why we create action habits to build those areas.
Yep.
Once you hit that short-term goal, awesome. Let's start over. Let's recreate another one. What do you want to start doing now? No one has perfection.
No.
But we have
Perfection's
progress.
fake.
Perfection is fake.
Perfection's fake.
So that's why we always say progress over perfection.
Yes.
Every single day is progress.
Yep.
80% of your day, if you can make that progress, that's great. It doesn't have to be 100%.
And make those choices towards that, right?
Yep.
I think that's kind of going with what we were talking about earlier of your kind of change in mindset, but also change in some habits with not necessarily cutting all of those things out, right? As much as it is a change in mindset to here's what I'm going to choose to do instead. Here's making those choices. I think people don't see brings so much progress, but also brings so much success.
Yeah.
Because success comes in so many different forms. It's not just like we said, linear. Nothing. It's not linear.
And I can tell you, I've got just under 20 people in regards to ongoing coaching. That no one has the same habit they're focusing on. No one has the same journey.
Right.
Everyone is starting from somewhere, whether they tried to do it on their own and now they're looking for assistance.
Yep.
Some have not even started, and that's why they have Scott and I for support. Everyone has a different journey.
Yep.
Even with athletes within our gym, they're all looking for something different. But not only that, they find the community, they find the support, they find the accountability. And that's what we really focus on.
And I think one thing, it would be beneficial for you to touch on really quick is when you're saying gym, that has a lot of meanings, but it has something different for you guys, right? It's not just traditionally you're not just walking into a weight room and it's okay, have fun, good luck, let us know if you drop something on your toe, goodbye, right? It's a whole different structure you guys have set up, and it's really unique and also so athlete focused, meaning so client focused, right? Because any of your clients are athletes, no matter if I'm a pro golfer, pro roller skater in my case. But so talk about, I guess, your guys' gym model just a little bit, and what that looks like, just so people know.
Like I said, if you have a body or an athlete, and when we do free introductions, it's exactly what we tell people. So with our gym, we're located in the Muscatine Mall.
Yep.
And also we are a small group-based class. Now we can hold up to 16 people, but we're about 10 people per class kind of thing. And that ranges whether it's in the morning or at night, it can fluctuate. But we always make sure that all of our athletes are doing the same movement. We always have 1 to 2 coaches, especially on busier days. Scott and I will collaborate together. We also have a coach on Wednesdays. Her name is Cindy Clevey. She's incredible. She actually started as a personal trainer or a personal trainee before we even opened. She fell in love with what we do. She ended up getting certified within the sandbags, which is our key component.
Your thing.
We do sandbags, kettlebells, and bodyweight movement. And so she fell in love with that. And during COVID, she actually went and got herself certified. She's now an L2 with Scott. And so they can provide the same exact information no matter what.
That's awesome.
And so we focus on making sure your body weight is there, your movement is there, because we work in the primal movements. So gait, which is walking, you have squat, you have hinge, you have rotate, push, pull, and lunge. So we focus on those 7 primal movements while you are working. No one has the same sandbag or weight either. Everyone is at the weight that they need, the weight that they can show their success in.
Focused.
So we make sure that you are working during that. Maybe it's 20-40, it's a 30-30, it's a 60-60. that can be manageable throughout the entire thing. We don't want you to, use a sandbag that's way out. Exactly. That was perfect example.
Did you love that?
I loved it. But we want to make sure that you're using a realistic weight that can be maintained throughout the entire workout.
Yeah. And you could do it correctly.
Correct.
Right?
We make sure that if we see something, we need to modify that movement.
Yes.
Maybe we need to scale back on the weight.
Yes.
And that's where our coaches are there and being able to pay attention to everyone within the room. And that's why we make sure it's a little bit smaller so we can share that divided attention. We're not going to fill the room up and then only have one coach that just walks around and not even pays attention.
Like, yeah, everybody looking good. And I don't know why the coach is like a drill sergeant, sorry.
I felt like more like a high school football, like a high school coach or something that you see on TV.
Yeah. That's run some laps.
That's the acting vibe I just got. It was great.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll stick to roller skating. It's fine. You stick to being a wine sommelier.
Hey, you're an incredible
I don't think I'm saying. Oh, I am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I can't pick up a camera, so.
I can't pick up very much weight in a sandbag, so it's fine.
But I remind people that, even myself, here I am as a coach, and I don't lift what some of my athletes lift, not even close.
And that's okay.
But they trust me because it's mobility and mechanics. And that's why they're comfortable. Like, I can demonstrate with a 10-pound sandbag the whole time. But they know that
it's all about how you do it.
It's about how you do it and how you move properly.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that the movement is there before we add anything strength component or extra weight, because you need to be able to do this long term, not just within a certain age range.
For sure. So I know you guys just won an award. Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about that a little bit.
So we won, and no pun intended on this.
No pun.
We won the Impact Community Award.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yep. And so with that, it was because of one, being a part of some TV promotions and like what we do within TV, and just being able to share some nutrition information. What we've done at health fairs, especially with Muscatine Charities, P&G, MPW, and I'm blanking on the other one.
Lots.
I know, I can't keep a whole list in my head. And then also what we've done with, Walk to End and Salvation Army, that we were recognized for what we do within the Muscatine community, and then being a chamber ambassador. And then just recently with the United Way, we won the Spirit of Giving Award. Yeah. So it was, again, which is awesome. What we do in our volunteer hours, not only just within our gym with fundraising, but also with what we do in regards to Scott as the boys and girls golf coach, and then with the Muscatine Walk to End, and then Salvation Army. And we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. For what we do as a small business, for it just being the two of us, and then our army of athletes, and then being a part of the Chamber Ambassador program, we want to be able to say, it's our way of saying thank you. Yeah. Because we can't strive as a family small business without, our athletes or without the community supporting us. Yep. And that's the goal.
And I think both of those awards are physical testaments to what being immersed and giving back to your community can do for you. But also, I think it speaks to, again, just, there's so many non-physical testaments to that too, right? Of how much you do get out of that. Athletes that join because they know you and Scott. Yep. Things that you get to be involved in that you're passionate about, but that also benefit your small business, right? And I think it's not only getting your name out there as a nutrition coach, as an entrepreneur, as a gym owner, all these things, but being able to utilize what Muscatine does have to offer, because, everybody's going to have their opinions on everything, but it's really you can utilize all of these things in front of you as an entrepreneur and as a small business owner to propel yourself, that you're the one walking into Hy-Vee and everybody's saying hi to you, right? Yeah. Which I think, I'm sure, was a crazy change for you too.
Oh yeah, it's happened probably within the last, at least the last year, that I walk in now and there are people that say, hi Autumn, how are you doing? And it's just, I used to make fun of Scott, and now here it is happening
You're
to
the
me.
one. Yeah.
And I love it now. I don't complain about it. Right. I love the fact that I've been able to kind of step out of, no offense to my husband, but out of his shadow. Yep. And I think that was one of the things that he definitely wanted me to do. He's probably nodding and saying yes. Yeah. I want to be able to provide this information and say, hey, I want to help you live a healthy lifestyle. You can still, awesome. For example, enjoy the little things in life.
Delicious martinis.
Delicious martinis. And still live a healthy lifestyle.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And so that's just a big thing, you know. For example, I remember like when I was pregnant, I craved Culver's concrete mixers. Craved them. Did I still eat my vegetables? Did I still drink water? Did I still sleep? 100%. Did I have one every now and then? 100%.
Yep.
That you can still enjoy the little things in life, but still live a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. And I love that. So I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the name you've not only built for your business, but yourself as an entrepreneur too. And I think, you know, there's a come up movement of women entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
And so it's becoming more and more likely for a woman to start a business. And there's so many women business owners at Muscatine, right? Me being one myself. And it's just, it's so invigorating, if that's the right word. Like it is.
It's thrilling.
It's meaningful.
It's amazing.
Yes. And I think we have an amazing community here to back it, to support you, and you get, with anything, you get what you put in. Right? You know, you can be as talented as you want at anything. I can be a wonderful photographer. You can be the most knowledgeable nutrition coach, but it is your personality. It is what you do for our community. It is who you know and how you know them and how they perceive you and all these things that you're giving to their lives and to our community that in turn is going to give you the best return on results, right? I think that's awesome.
If I wouldn't have gotten involved in 2022, I don't think my nutrition would be where it is today. And so that was the main thing of saying, how can I give back to Muscatine? And how can Muscatine help me? Muscatine helped me by 1, being a business, by 2, getting involved in volunteering, by 3, you know, providing free information that businesses are saying, hey, could you actually now come in and help our business? And just basically just, you know, the employee wellness and how to live a healthy lifestyle in the work-related area. So if it wasn't for me stepping up and saying, and I remember I got a hold of Megan Francis, I got a hold of Ashley Lovelace, and Hannah Howard, and I said,
Chamber Ladies?
Yeah, Chamber Ladies. Oh, that kind of rhymes. I like that little ring. And I got a hold of them. I said, I want to be a part of this. Like, I want to help. I want to volunteer and get involved. And that was exactly what happened.
Which I think, like, again, to plug the chamber a little bit does show, like, I started as a chamber ambassador, right? When I worked for Sunnybrook, now Addington Place. And it's like, I met so many people. And it's like the connections I made. And now here I am, you know, 2 years later, and I work for the chamber, right? And then I get to, you know, tell other people like you guys why all the small businesses in Muscatine are amazing. Entrepreneurs are amazing. And like what, you know, being a chamber ambassador especially can do for you. I mean, you get, again, it's one of those things where you get what you put in, right? What you want out of it,
100%,
you can get. With anything, community involvement, being a chamber ambassador, being a chamber member, like any of those things, whatever you want to get out of it and whatever you want to take advantage of, you're gonna thrive, right?
Oh, gotcha.
So I think you are thriving. I think you're doing great.
Oh, thanks.
And I'm proud of you. I know you already said that, but I am.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. This was fun.
And this is my first time trying their martinis, and they're
amazing.
Delicious.
Sammy Moody does a wonderful job. If you didn't know, she's in charge of the shindig now, and comes up with some really cool ones, like seasonally. And one, the lemon meringue with the knee high. Knee High made an amazing product. So glad to see so many people utilizing it, especially here. It's so wonderful. So come check out the Pearl. Talk to Autumn. Girl, this is a hashtag, by the way. It should have been this, but it was this.
I didn't know what you were doing.
And isosceles triangle, girl boss. I don't know. It's fine. Anyways, I'm done. It was fun.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys next time on another episode of Your Business Owner. Bye.